About 90% of my diet is raw sheep meat. I'm just somebody living in obscurity, eating my intestine smoothies in my kitchen. My name's Derek Nance. I'm from Lexington in the state of Kentucky. For the last 9 years, I've been sourcing and butchering and eating raw animals, and I've never felt healthier. This is a ram's testicle from a 3-year-old ram. It has a more salty taste. It's not like red meat, it's more of like a seafood almost. Growing up, I just had the standard American diet, had allergies and headaches and asthma and other signs of, food intolerance issues where I noticed certain foods were really giving me trouble. I'll chew a wad like rawhide, and I'll just chew it like gum throughout the day. I think it helps polish my teeth. Finally, I came across the Weston Price Foundation, and they do studies of indigenous diets. Eventually discovered the meat-based diet and just decided that, I'll give it a try. I was having so much trouble digesting everything else that meat seemed to work well for me, and I just felt like this was it. All right, so ready to prepare a stomach smoothie? You can smell it too. So here's the small intestines, the whole parts, different parts of the intestines. They all go into my smoothie. And I can eat this and be fine with it without any fear that the bacteria are going to come out to get me, because I actually think that they're beneficial. So I just make it into a smoothie, and it just makes it like all creamed together, and it's just much more consistent, easier, like a quick on-the-go snack. And my girlfriend made me designate a blender because I used to use her blender, and it holds that residual stomach smell. Save that for dessert. I believe that the nourishment that are in raw animal foods is far superior because there's certain nutrients that when undergoing the cooking process gets cooked out. I could sit here and chew on this bone for a good 15-20 minutes like a dog. But I'm gonna crack it open and get some of the marrow out. Instead of just going to the store and picking out a prepackaged chunk of meat with a label on it, I prefer to go directly to the source. I'll drive out to small family farms. I load up the animals in my truck and I take them back to the house here, and I butcher them in the backyard. It's fun. Whenever I get a fresh animal in, I prefer eating, the whole animal with all the organs and all the different tissues, because it adds variety to a diet that you'd think would be bland. This is the kidney and the kidney fat, and it's really nutritious and it's a good part of the diet, but it might be an acquired taste for some. Hey, where am I going to sit? Over.
Right here, next to me.
Well, let me sit in between. I have 4 kids, and I live with my partner. My girlfriend was primarily vegetarian.
I would have probably remained a vegetarian if Derek hadn't come into my life. I think that the way Derek harvests meat is much more ethical than buying it from a grocery store.
Here's my skinning rack, and I got there's where that knife went. Depending on the size of the animal, a full-grown sheep around 175 pounds for, I don't know, about $200. I mean, 200 American dollars, and you can live off of that for about a month. And that's 90% of my food. I've had my kids be a part of the process since they were real little.
I'm pretty sure everyone would think it's strange.
Hey, let's see if we can find some eggs for me.
Oh, can we eat them raw?
If you want.
I've never seen them eat anything else.
All the chickens ate it.
What? We're used to it.
One of my friends, he said it was kind of weird. I said, yeah, it is weird.
My chicken's coming.
Yeah, they're fresh.
They're so pretty.
I had issues with the teachers reporting me because they found out that I was butchering animals in front of the kids. All that's been resolved after I've explained to the social workers it's what I do to harvest my foods. It's hard to be the odd child whose dad does a lot of crazy things, and I don't see why a child couldn't eat raw meat as much as they want, as long as it comes from a good, clean animal. We've been raised under the paradigm that germs are the root cause of all disease. We've decided to just sterilize everything, to cook the life out of it. So this compost heap's been going for about 5 years, and it's really rich. Like I'll bury whole bones down here, kind of like a dog, if I feel like I need something to chew on. And I don't really eat the meat, but I do eat the maggots. These maggots are evolved to digest rotten flesh. I could probably utilize those digestive enzymes and bacteria to digest my own food. But I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody. For the most part, I react very well to raw meat. This is my fresh liver. I like to do a little aged meat with each of my meals, so I leave this liver hanging up here for about 2 months, and it ferments and it has a probiotic-like effect. See, there's actually mold growing on it, and sometimes I'll just eat it right off the beef. I'll eat it, and just the taste of it just wakes me up. Some people drink coffee, other people, have their morning stimulant, and this is mine. I haven't had any real adverse effects. There's only been a couple instances of like diarrhea and a food poisoning from eating old raw chicken that I shouldn't have left in the fridge for a week. I hope to eat the raw meat diet for the rest of my life. No, I mean, I've invested 10 years in it, and now I'm really curious to see, how far I can push it. Say if I could live to be 80 years old, then it would validate a lot of the theories that I have about this diet and how it is viable.